Wait. Okay, start over. Go.
To the point where my mind is going places I've never thought. I tried to come up with words that could explain the process in which my mind has reached critical consciousness. I find myself questioning a lot of things that a lot of people consider the norm. I've asked myself why I have not talked about this as much as I should, not to compound some type of arrogance or big-headedness, but to write this process in which my mind is growing, not for others, but to help others myself outline my mind. But don't get it wrong. What the reason why I don't mind people reading this text, if the reader of this passage gets something from this text, then fine. But the main reason for writing this passage was to analyze the process in which I question things and talk about things like pedagogy, methodology, epistemology, and ontology. These four different processes I have dealt with a lot in my intellectual career. I found myself accumulating books based on these things, not to accumulate data, but to find theories in these books to explain the answers and questions my mind is constantly thinking about. Pedagogy, the profession of functioning of a teacher or teaching. 2, the art of or science of teaching, especially instruction and teaching methods. I have mostly liked to use these words in front of teachers because I find that many teachers in my school challenge the pedagogy of the norm, but don't really talk about pedagogy in front of students. Or better yet, the teachers don't really allow students to challenge the teacher's pedagogy or have serious discourse about teachers' pedagogy. I have gotten the privilege of learning this word from my debate coach, Andreas Spilialis, or aka Mr. Spilly, who coined the word from the great philosopher, author, and educator Paulo Freire. Upon learning this word and learning the meaning of this word, I found myself in great interest of Mr. Freire, reading his books such as Pedagogy of Freedom, Pedagogy of the Oppressed, and more recently I have the pleasure to read Pedagogy of the Hope. This interest in pedagogy has gave birth to the Red Book, as people call it. This Red Book has not made to accumulate mere data from books or things that sound good to the ear, but to make connections to the text I was reading in my life. The very act of writing these things in this very book was to make that very connection. How did theory and the text that I was writing down in this book of mine work in practice in my life? I found myself asking myself that very question every time I wrote something in the Red Book. That was it.
All right, thanks.